So you already bought your favorite IEM, maybe it's a KZ, maybe it's a TRN, TN Audio, and now you think it's time for you to sort of upgrade your audio life. So I got you covered here. So this is the top 10 earphone accessories that any audio enthusiast should have. So the top one and the most important one is you should have a hard case with you. So this is my FIO hard case. I got this for around $8. Very good price for something like this. Why a hard case? Because you will put your earphones in, uncanny positions in your bag, and also you can have a chance that you can sit on it or damage your IEM, your favorite earphone. And a hard case will save your IEM from that. This is around just $8 as I've mentioned, and it does fit around 2 earphones here. And it is pretty deep also, as you can see, guys. You have 2 sides here, and of course when you cover it, it's kind of crush proof, and it also has sealing at the side, and it's also pretty stylish here in the FIO case. So I would definitely recommend getting a hard case, especially when you're on the go and you're just throwing it in your bag. A hard case will definitely save your IEM from damage. Number 2 accessories, you should have a small soft case. So this is what I always use as a soft case. This is a KZ branded case, and it's pretty small. It's a lot smaller compared to your hard case. It just fit 1 IEM here. So you also want a soft case because sometimes you have a small bag or maybe even just in your pocket, and this is the case for that. This is a soft case. It's just around $2, very cheap, and again, this will save your investment. So it's very small, and it also has a pouch here, and it has some hard stuff at the side. It protects your IEM from damage and some crush pressure, and this is actually more versatile compared to your hard case because the hard case is pretty big, so it's more of like in your bag kind of case. This is something that you can put still in your pocket. So yes, a soft case is more versatile. It's sort of an everyday carry. So in terms of ratio, I do use the soft case 60 to 70% of the time, more than the hard case because my hard case is bigger compared to the soft case. So soft case is definitely something I recommend, especially if you want compactness in your life. Okay, next accessory is a cable. So cables that's included in your KZ or TRN usually is not that good. So this is the Yinyu 8-core cable, the cable that they include here. The Yinyu is definitely my favorite cable. It's soft. It has pre-formed ear hooks that is very soft, and just good build quality overall, and also black in design. It just makes your IEM a little more sophisticated. It just makes your IEM more premium overall. So I do recommend getting a cable. That is one of the advantages that you have with IEMs or Chi-Fi IEMs. The cables are replaceable. So if your dog bites your cable and if your cable breaks, you can just buy another one. So it's nice to have a backup with you, especially if you want change the color of your cable. The Yinyu 8-core cable is something that I recommend. And number 4 recommendation, and this is very timely because now smartphones are losing their headphone jacks. It's a USB-C portable amp DAC combo, and this by Hydis. So I got this for around $30, so 1,500 pesos for something like this. And of course, this improves your soundstage, improves detail retrieval. So yeah, very small package overall, and this is better sounding compared to what you get for free with your smartphone. I do like this form factor. This is one of my favorite form factors because this is just like an extension of your IEM. It doesn't really bother me that much. I also use this with my MacBook. So this is definitely a versatile kit altogether. Of course, it's not the best sounding, in this table, but this is something very useful when you want, additional punch in your music, additional detail, additional sound stage. This definitely is something that you can use. This is an everyday carry for me because it's that small. So usually this is just always in my bag. When I need better sound in my life, I just use this because it's that small. Okay, number 5 accessory, and one of my favorites, is you should get a Bluetooth wireless adapter. So this is the KZ Apdex HD. This is the newest KZ, and I would say that this is the best sounding that I have listened to, and also I like also the build overall. It's not that big, and having that Apdex, it improves the latency that much compared to the previous KZ. So it's a nice option that you can have your KZ earphone wireless, and this lasts for around 8 hours, and it does have very good sound here, especially for a wireless connector. Maybe on some days you want a wired connection to have better sound, but on some days it's okay for you to have a bit lesser sound but have that wireless convenience. Maybe if you're commuting, maybe if you're traveling, you want wireless convenience. This is something that you should get. Very versatile kit, and it just widens the function of your IEM kit. So yeah, Apdex HD, something that I recommend. It's around $30. This is worth the money that you're paying for. Okay, Okay, number 6 accessory, and one of the more important parts also is ear tips. So this is the spin fits. I do like the spin fits, is my favorite. Ear tips, this is around $10. And this of course changes the sound. It improves the sound stage a bit, opens up the sound, makes the sound more clearer. Spin fits is usually my top recommendation. If you like bass, you can also get foam tips. It does improve the bass a bit. It makes the sound stage a little bit smaller, but it does improve the bass response here and also better isolation overall. So yes, foam tips is also something that you can use if you want, more bass in your life. So having, two spin fits or foam tip is very versatile already. If you want bass in your life, go for a foam tip. If you want, more balanced sound, go for spin fits. So having that option in your day is very nice. So if you know that you're gonna listen to hip hop for the day, maybe go for foam tips for the day. If you know you're gonna listen to a variety of tracks, go for a spin fit. So having that versatility is very nice for me. I would get minimum 2 ear tips, 1 bassy and 1 more balanced kind of ear tip. And number 7 accessory, and this may sound weird, but I do use this from time to time. Having a backup earphone, and this the Xiaomi Piston Fits. This is my backup earphone. This is just usually in my bag. What is a backup earphone for? So this is something that you want to use if you just want to watch a movie, or maybe answer a call, or maybe just to watch a YouTube video and you don't want to lug around your big IEM. So this is something that you can use for that. This good backup kit. It still has a balanced sound, still good detail overall, and that build quality, metal in build, and this is just around $5, so still very cheap. For something like this. So having a backup is very nice. I do use the backup from time to time, maybe 20% of the time, and you're not worried that you're gonna break it. So it's nice to have a backup from time to time. It's just always in my bag, ready for the moment. And sometimes I actually forget, my bigger IEMs at home, and having that backup in my bag just saves me, music for the day, because you don't want to not have earphones in your day, and having a backup just in your bag saves you from that. Minimum 2 earphones. I would say 1 very cheap and 1, your more expensive IEM. That is, I think, a good kit for you to have. Okay, so number 9 accessory. This is now a bigger part of your kit. Having an external amp DAC. So this is the FIO Q1. So definitely this is a lot bigger compared to what you get with your high-disc Sonata. This is more cumbersome. You need to plan out your day to be able to bring this. Still very small compared to my other, DAPs. Still very, very small. Still, not as cumbersome to bring. But this does improve the sound, a better detail retrieval overall, more power, and having also that balanced connector here. Very, very nice, very versatile for something like this. And also there's a bass boost here in the FIO Q1. So this is what I use with my iPhone also on the go, and also what I use with my Zshan Z1. I'm gonna show that in a few. So if you have earphones or headphones that needs more power, you would need something like this, a bigger one that's battery powered, for you to have more power in your IEM if you want more volume. Also just more control with your music. So something like this will cost around $100. It's definitely more expensive, but it does improve the sound in your life. So FIO Q1, and there's also other amp DAC combos under $100. That's very good, but I would recommend this. This is one of my best recommendations for around that kind of price range. Okay, and last but not the least is you can get an external DAP or digital audio player. And what we have with us right now is the Zshan Z1. So this is around $30. It's a modded kit, so definitely the sound already improved on this. $30 for a digital audio player. It doesn't have a screen though, which is a bummer for some. But if you're just okay with maybe shuffling your music or looping your music, this is a nice addition to your kit. Of course, if you need that screen, there's also a Zshan T1 or the Shanling M0. But getting an external DAP increases your sound again, upgrading your sound over your mobile phone. And having a separate player helps you out as well in the battery life, so you can listen to it for 8 hours without bogging down your phone battery or smartphone battery. So in terms of use case scenario, definitely a DAP would help you out, especially if you're listening to your tunes for the whole day in that battery scenario. And of course that sound, you will have better sound in your life when you're using a DAP. And of course just better control with your music, because in the case of like the Zshan Z1, the op amps are replaceable, so you can have a more bassy sound or a more V-shaped sound or a more open sound. Definitely very nice to tinker around and improve your sound with DAPs in general, compared to just a smartphone where you you just have what the smartphone has. So with this, you can mod it, you can do a lot of things with your external DAP, and of course, yeah, make your sound even better in your live. So yes, a Shanling M0, Zishan Z1, Zishan T1, or of course, my main kit, which is the WM1A. If you want to go to this route, WM1A is around $1,000, so this is not recommended, especially for those starting out. But around $100 would be a nice kit. Zishan Z1, Shanling M0, or Zishan T1 can be your picks. So when you bring one of this, you're sort of like a certified audio enthusiast, because it's okay for you to have less comfort, less convenience, because there's additional stuff in your bag. It's okay for you to do that. So it's sort of like a certified audio enthusiast. I would recommend getting a DAP if you want to upgrade your music live. Alright, so these are the top 10 accessories for earphones and IEMs. Of course, there's a lot more accessories. These are just the usual recommendations, usual stuff in an earphone enthusiast kit. There's a lot more. The world of audio is like an endless pit, and when you dive there, there's a lot to see. So that is what's exciting actually about audio. That endless possibilities. There's a lot of choices that you can go with. So definitely this is just the start, but I would recommend getting any of these. This will improve your audio life, definitely. And of course, if you want to get either of these, everything is linked below. That will help out the channel a lot if you use my links. And if you also have some suggestions for accessories for the viewers here, let me know also down in the comments below. And if you learned something, of course, leave a like, and of course, subscribe for more content like this in the future. I review budget to mid-fi audio gear, so if you're into that, consider subscribing. And I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.